programming based off the theme for restrictions none, category entertainment, thumbnail none, playlist no. Pirate. Sure. English. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, cool. Stream how dope. What about pop? What does pop-out dashboard do? Okay. I don't know if that's something I want to do, but alright, cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. Dope. Ooh, I like this one. Anyway, moved here. Let's look at the last time I streamed on Twitch. Yeah, that's me. Six years ago. That sounds about right. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I don't think that's up to date. I don't know why it's also recording, but you know what? Won't be the worst thing to record as well. Anyway, let's view the live stream. Mute it, and let's get started. All right. Okay, let's get back to programming. Size of mana. We're probably going to want more of these, but 1,000 sounds good. And it also depends on how quickly we want that, you know? Like, if the mana accumulator has, like, a really high accumulation rate, and then it emits a lot of mana. Oh, let's do int enabled. So if mana enameled. Jeez. I cannot explain how weird it is to have that, and then we can just do if mana enabled. Or a better way of doing this is if nope. If not mana enabled, return. Because I don't want to draw it. Jeez. Return. Else, draw rectangle at I think it's V. No, where's V? There's V. Don't worry, guys. I type a lot. Vector 2. Trust me on this. I type so much. I type more than everybody else in the world combined. Alright. Return. And then we just do that. And then bam. So update mana. If the mana that we sent, booyah. Boom. Okay, cool. Function done for now. Wand. We want to yank that real quick. And then PV. And, oh god. Whoopsies. There we are. Booyah. Mana, so we want to do. Ooh. Okay. Do we want game to handle the mana? Do we want game to handle the mana? I think we do. So that means that we have to pass and this is where it gets fucky, guys. This is where it gets screwy. Because then we have to be like, oh, well, gotta pass mana to the wand, or we gotta pass the game to the wand. Well, I suppose this can have a reference to game, and this can have a reference. No, that doesn't work. Because then it'll just get into an infinite loop, that's why. I mean, why is this even having it in the first place? Let's be honest here. Mana. And why am I omitting it? Let's just create mana. What did I just do? And then we can go in here and be like, fuck you. Get out of here. Get to the chopper. No. What am I doing wrong? That's what I was pressing function, not shift. That gives you guys any idea how wonky this keyboard is. Like, it's the same keyboard the Primogen uses, which is why I got it, kind of. Because the reason I got it, like, he mentioned it, and I'm like, oh, cool. Then I, like, looked it up, and, well, he was talking about how ergonomic it is, and I'm like, well, you know what, my hands, like, they crack, like, awful. Turned it into an ASMR stream there for a second. But so mana, that means I need a mana star. Mana, and we gotta do a mana star mana over here. No. Yo. Is that how you get no. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Mana star mana. Then we're just like mana enabled equals true. Mana dot mana type equals mana type. Mana yeah. Mana doesn't have an origin. And then mana direction equals, and I think you gotta do it. Oh, what is going on? If you mess up the thing, sometimes you get a, if you mess up the commands, you get a warning sometimes. And I think we gotta do this just to satisfy the machine gods, machine spirit. I mean, whoever in Games Workshop decided that computers were spirits was probably a programmer. Let's be honest here. Alright, cool. And because that's enabled, now it can be updated. So the only problem that I'm really disliking about what we have here is this. Because, like, now like in game we gotta do this. So like how do I explain this? How do I explain this, and how do I fix it? Because we have 1,000 mana, right? Mana equals calc 1,000. We also want to change that to mana star. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up there. But yeah, so we have 1,000 mana. Whenever we pass mana, we're gonna need to pass in an index. So like game, we're gonna do int mana Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Kick it in the teeth while it's young. Gotta kill your kids, right? So, mana. So, my evil. Because that sounded like an evil thing to say, I'm not gonna lie. So now we're going to have int current or size. Oh yeah. See, okay, this is where stuff sucks because I can't type in Z, right? I'm like pressing it right now if you can't hear it. Or if you can hear it, that's the button I'm pressing. Let's open directory. I mean, I think retro music was good. Sure, let's do this. Mainly because I only skipped one. And I don't remember it. And like that's the kind of thing you want. You want it flow. So, and like every time I have to type in a Z. So, let's just do length. And then int max. So then this takes in this now, which means that these have to be changed. Like, and then if mana length plus 1 equals Yes, I have a red wall of text. I know I did. I know I'm a sinner, computer. You don't need to tell me. Oh boy. I sound... That like voice is like the laggy voice right there. Because we... Yeah. Mana... length. This is a little bit more complicated. So that's going to be for int equals 0. I is mana length plus, and then we're going to do mana length plus equals 1. And then the reason that I'm having this here is because we don't want to create one more, otherwise that'll be an error, which could be bad, considering we're playing with memory. Okay, I was going for like some Adele there, but it just didn't work. Aye, sailor. Yank. That's why. And then I need a... What just happened? Come on. There. Okay. So, there we are. And then we're gonna basically do the same thing here. So, yank. Pasta. Yank. And then the way I'm doing this is weird. So basically, right, like we're going to the end. We're enabling it. We're enabling everything. It'll go on forever until time itself is destroyed, right? That's what this is. Because right now, nothing's ever getting disabled. But if it does get disabled, cool. We have built-in functionality to be like, hey, if it's disabled, no need to do it, right? I guess we could just loop over. We could just do a... yank. We could just do a Yankee real quick. And then we do if mana dot enabled I boy, ow. My phone, it fell. Okay. Then we just do this, except for mana.length goes to I. Because you know, I kind of wish I took more programming courses in my college career. But I didn't. Okay. So we loop through it. If any of them are disabled, then and then we return. We return to the void. All right, so we go through. Oh, you're disabled. Enable you. Change your mana type. Set your position, direction. Boom. You can now be drawn again. Live. Right now, length is going to be 0. Max is going to be 1,000. So we can probably set that. Game. Mana. Dot. Max equals 1,000. Actually. Yeah. So, mana. Game. Length. Or mana dot length equals 0. And then mana dot enabled equals int star calc game mana dot max, because you got to redo this every time. Oh wait, no. Number of members, size of int. Right. Okay, paste. Because we got to do this with mana type. That's perfect. Position and direction. Both of these got to be vector 2. Gotta change this as well. Vector V. I was wondering where I got that from. Alright, where's there? There we are. So, we should probably do a free mana function, which we need to declare in mana. We can just do void free mana star mana. All right, this music though. I don't know if it's quite the vibe that we're gonna want. Maybe for like a victory stream. Victory screech. But I mean, I like it. It's good. Just don't think it's for this. So, free mana, right? That needs all of this. And then we just do free mana dot enabled free and then also free mana dot mana type. God's body. Okay. And then we gotta do nope. Hashtag include std lib.h. Cool. Got that. And then... Okay. What's the error here? Hands moving a little bit fast. Alright. So, you know what? Let's just go into game because that was a lot of programming. Update game. If time or let's create a timer real quick. And double current time. Alright, so if game current current time plus 1000 is less than get time. Hey, I was right. It is a double. Then create mana game mana, and then I think that's a reference mana type 0 or undo. Almost did it again. Oops, I did it again. Let's do 200 by 200 and then a direction of... I really hate this keyboard sometimes. And then game dot current time equals get time. And you know what? Let's make this quicker. What does get time do again? I don't know. That's why we get the cheat sheet up. I still can't type. Preload cheat sheet. That's annoying. Gotta get flashbang real quick. Get time, get elapsed time in seconds. We're gonna have to do our own get time. Dang. This one's good. Tactical approach. Alright. Get time. Cool. And then we gotta make sure that we're updating mana. Game mana. And then let's just do get frame time. There, we're updating that, and then we gotta go through and then draw mana. it's just going to be cool. There we are. Then pull up you. Okay, that is not good. That is not good. Because we should be drawing a white screen. And let's just make sure CMake's doing everything. Game, wand, mana. I think that's all I need. Okay. Game, wand, mana. Okay, this is some good battle music. Maybe. Yeah, no, it is, it's just black. Like, it's... Draw main menu. Go here. Update main menu. Cool. Cool. Draw a game if paused. Shouldn't be paused. Draw mana. Let's see what draw mana does. Cool. Alright. So it just draws a 10 by 10 rectangle at the mana position. Nope. We don't want to return. That's my bad. Continue. So that might be one of the problems. Let's see here. We can return there, so that's fine. Might have to do some printing, LMAO. That's what we get for doing so much coding in one sitting, I guess. Mana. I think I figured it out. Game, mana, nope. Thought I was giving a reference to a reference. Oh. Oh, nope. Don't do that. Game. Current time equals 0. That shouldn't be the error. Right, like, we should just be in the main menu. So game, main menu, right? It should be here and here, which I didn't change anything with. And then, you know what? Print mana be it. A new line. What's going on? What's going on, brother? Okay. So it's not printing that. Printf. Oh, hi. New line. Broken. Okay, cool, cool, cool. It's not getting there. Yeah, it's not getting there. Probably getting stuck in game. Creating the game. Oh, okay. Duh. I'm dumb. We created an init game function, but I never called it. Cool, cool, cool. Sweet. All right, that's working. And to make it more exciting for the folks back at home, right? And we can see that working. Sweet. So we have mana. It's shooting to the right. And I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I was gonna say that we'll use that time to make sure that the mana stops. It would need to fire 1,000 of them, but I'll be right back nonetheless. Alright, dope. So that was some pretty good ones. Let's open quirky platformers. Cool. So we got a mana done. Okay, I like this. There's onomatopoeia. I don't see oh hi, but okay. And then just because I don't want to have to deal with that at some future time. Cool, 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 cool. It's all coming together now. Game time. Oh, that's disappointing. That was so short. But we got some nice sacks or whatever that is. Kind of reminds me of Super Mario. Anyway. You know, Super Mario Sunshine, I mean. Alright. So we got mana. Now we gotta implement the mana accumulator, because that's gonna be the thing that actually sets off the mana, right? So like I don't know how. Because the wand's gonna have hopefully a whole bunch of wand parts, right? So out of curiosity, live chat. Cool. Haunted Mansion. How are we gonna grab a mana accumulator into here? Right? Because easy wand. So we just do a quick mana accumulator. MA. For short. And then we're gonna need to do like a update mana accumulator. But that's the thing that I don't want to have to do. And by that I mean create a bunch of things, because create a bunch of different functions, because I get that this is wrong, but one second. So, mana, right? We have these various wand parts. How do I abstract this? How do I do the thing that I want to do? That is the question. How do you do the do? Do you do the do? So maybe we have wand part, right? And then we do like an int part type. And then we screw this. And then float mana float max max mana, right? And if it's part type of 1, then it's a mana accumulator. If it's a part type of 2, it's a mana transformer. Ooh, write that down, write that down. Mana caster, let's call it. So we have a thing that condenses mana. We have a thing that transforms mana from one type to another. And then we have a mana caster. And basically what's going to happen is that we have this function called activate. Why does that look wrong? And it's going to take in a wand part. And it's also going to take in the game. Or maybe it'll be in the game. That way I can have game. Because the game's going to need a whole bunch of wand parts, so activate part. And it's going to take in a part, right? And then go to game.c. I'm not necessarily happy where that is, but game.c. Game. One part. No. One part. Ah, jeez. No errors, no errors, perfect. And then, oh, we should probably change this to like, let's say 100 parts. That's way more than we need, but it might be fun to get that high to some extent. So we're gonna need in here a factory in it, mana accumulator. That's gonna take a wand part. And we can just we can void that. And then we do that. Caster. Yep. Okay, cool. Why does this need to be here? No, that. Activate part. Why does that need to be there? Because it needs access to the game. Or, in the very least, it needs access to mana. But let's just give it the game. Let's just do that. Yeah. Anyways. Anyways. Category autos and vehicles. No, I don't want. There you go. All right. So, what are we doing and why are we doing it? I completely forgot. Oh yeah, we're wondering why. Because you're in game. The game has to activate you, and we get the part. I mean, you could be in the thing. We'll keep you in game for now. Screw it. There we are. Then update game. We're gonna change this to be here. If part dot part type equals 0. Yeah, we'll have like an update function, right? And then we'll change this to part dot position part dot direction facing there we are. So in here we update game. We have a whole bunch of parts. We should do it the same way. I hate this, but it's the smart thing to do, unfortunately. Direction. I know. Whole bunch of textures, whole bunch of part types, whole bunch of capacity. Whole bunch of mana capacity. Then we're gonna want int num and int max, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. So parts dot num equals 100 or 0 game parts dot max equals 100 game parts dot position equals and then we change this back to 0. Let's get some music back. Let's try this. We're gonna redo this anyway. But yeah, because we're no longer one part is not a part, it's more, well, I guess it could be, but still. So that's more of a direction. Ow. Ooh. Alright, cramp. Major cramp. So part type is going to be an int We got part type, position, direction, mana. That's going to be a float. Mana capacity and texture to go. Float. Float, yank paste. Mana capacity. And then we're going to do this to texture because we got to do a lot of drawing eventually, but not right now. Texture. Is it a capital T? Yeah, it is. Cool. There, we did it. Got all those. Part dot direction. Yeah, so we gotta change this, and just because it's one error, I'm gonna have to look to make sure that we did that correct. Yep. Okay. Tell me why. And IDX. When in doubt, just add an IDX, man. No bad thing can harm you if you have an index. We gotta change that now. Parts and IDX. And then we just change this to make me happy. And then IDX. There. So we have no dope. Okay. There. This is completely useless for now, unless we wanted to go into Ace-Sprite real quick, which we could. But in the meantime... Meanwhile... Can you guys hear the music okay? Can you guys hear the music okay? Can you guys hear the music okay? Okay. Just starting to hear the music. Okay. Just starting. So that should be better for you guys. It's loud for me. Oh, well, you know what? We can change that because I can just turn that up. Turn that down. Okay, why? Get out. Alright, there. That should... Why do you keep popping up, man? New file. Let's just do 32 by 32. We can scale it up in post. Alright? We can scale it up in post. And then first one's just gonna be a black box. Being like, that looks terrible because that's supposed to be text miss. Let's erase this. But like, see, the reason why it's okay that it's terrible. The reason why it's okay that it's terrible. Oh, that's why that didn't work. I really like this song. Forbidden Romance live. The reason why it's okay is it's terrible is because you're never supposed to see it. If you ever see it, something's wrong. You know what? Let's undo that. Oh yeah, my Z doesn't work, guys. So we have the mana accumulator. And then we'll switch to this as like a highlighter. We'll go back and redo this. Someday. Okay, that looks really flat, but I'm kind of impressed in the symmetry on this side. I like screwed up here, and I screwed up the same way here. Maybe not as much, but still. That's supposed to be like a gem. Frame 3. We can erase this, put back, and then it can just be like blue, and then an arrow, then red. And maybe make it look like fire or something. And then here we have like an emitter kind of thing. And it's going to take red mana. And then it's going to disperse it. Cool. There we are. And then file. Save as. Get out of here. Get in here. Get in here. And then let's make a new RSC for resources. VFX. Wand parts. We'll do CSS file. ICO JPEG. PNG. Okay, file. Save as wand. Wand parts. File. Export. Export sprite sheet. Layout. That's perfect. Art. Art. If you don't know what it looks like, that is what art looks like. All right. What the hell is that? This is supposed to be. Oh, it's probably supposed to be update on parts. And then we can do void. Do I want that? I should just be able to do it in here, right? Right? Because really, all that's happening is it's checking the part type. If it's a wand accumulator, it's creating it. Oh, I need mana type too. Int star mana type. Part type, mana type. Cool, cool, cool. That means game needs one more of these. Mana type. And then I can just check if the piece of mana equals this mana type, then it's fine. If not, kaboom! Anyway. Which could be fun. Do I want... That way it's a reference to this instead of copying it. And then in wand, in the wand. What are we doing in the wand, guys? I guess first things first, rest in peace. For real. Parts dot. Part type. Equals 0, then it's a mana accumulator. This is giving me Snow White and the Seven Dwarves kind of vibes. Or maybe even Dumbo. Definitely brings me back to that era of like where everything was still hand painted and stuff. Update one parts, and then we're just gonna do it. It's gotta be a 4 each. Let's or a 4. What is a 4 loop, but basically a 4 each loop? Let's be honest. Cool story, bro. Alright, if mana or parts mana I equals Battle for Peace, bro, goes hard, man. That's some hard sauce right there. Need that hard sauce. Alright. Parts Cool. Cool. Cool story, bro. Can we tell it again? How do you rotate textures? I think you can. It's not necessary at the moment, but sentimental reunion. You know, I started this at a really weird time. Probably should have ate before I started streaming. Ate before I started programming. So, update guy. So, update WAN parts. I mean, that's still probably audible for you guys, right? I mean, that's still probably audible for you guys, right? I mean, that's still probably audible for you guys, right? Yeah, this is so good on your end. Might want to even turn that down just so I'm louder than it. Louder than it. Yeah, that sounds like a decent audio balance. Anyway. Interesting. Anyway. So, update WAN parts. We get eventually get full mana, right? Full mana. Woohoo. And then we gotta activate that part by creating mana, which is why we need the game reference, otherwise known as a reference to the game. So I guess we just do another for loop. So for I equals 0, I is God's body, I is less than game parts dot num I plus plus. Then we say if game parts dot mana is greater or equal to game parts dot max mana or mana capacity of that same part. then activate the part. And then we get a game reference. We want a reference to the one part. And I get that will give us an error, but screw it, we ball. And then we plug in I. And then we go over here, change this to a nice little reference. And then we come back and it's still yelling at us. Parts! Ah, that's why. There we are. So. Oh, sweet. I don't even need it on that. Win. Big W. Big W. Alright, cool. Cool. So we just need to do this function. Now. Where we say part dot position of part equals something. Let's just do vector 2 for now. And then paste because we gotta do a direction. And let's keep it that because direction. Let's change it to 1 dot mana capacity of part num equals 2 part mana equals texture equals let's just keep this as null. Why is that from time? Anyways. I mean, I could load the texture, but I don't wanna right now. And then mana type equals 0. Part direction position part type equals 0. Part type mana type texture mana capacity position direction. Num And then we're good. So in here, in here, we can just do a init mana accumulator and parts. Cool. And I guess that should work. Let's try it. Let's pick up what we're putting down, alright? Broken!
Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Why is that? Is it because I'm not loading it that shit? Great mana position IDX. Should be 1. So update 1 parts. Update 1 parts. No, that's in wand. Part type I equals 0. No, okay. Just this doesn't make any sense why it would break. So if part type Okay, so it doesn't seem like it gets through this. Parts. Part type. Part type. Parts. Dot mana of 0. Yeah. Parts of mana 0 equals. So that should be. Oh, it's parts part type I equals 0. Let's just run this a little bit. Just make sure.
I mean, it's gotta be, right?
So, we are emitting the mana accumulator, right? Let's do part number percent I. For the amount of mana it has. And then we do I up here. That was a good song though. Just so I get a spread of what the heck we're doing. Alright. Part number 0. Segmentation fall with the part type. Part type. Oh. There we are. Figured it out. Actually, undo that because that does bring up a point of how this needs to be that, and then that's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. Where are you at? Where are you at, boy? Cool. Dope. Awesome. Massive, even. So now we have it so that mana fires in the direction that the mana accumulator kind of does. We need this to be size of texture references. Right. And you know what? Let's switch this to out to lunch. Because I am hungry. So I'll be right back, guys. Cause the voyage is long and the wind still blows. I'm wounded. Alright, hello me boys and girls. We be back. And I get nobody's here, but still, I don't blame you. I was gone for like 20 minutes. Alright, media. Alright, let's switch up. Ooh. Let's go to casual music bundle. Cartoon comedy. Let's just do uplifting. I feel like I need to be uplifted, I guess. You know, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright, let's figure out what we have so far. Alright. We got a nice little main menu, right? Got a nice little main menu. Honestly, I should have stopped recording at the thing. Let's stream marker. Oh, poor dude. Joined just to leave because I wasn't here. There. Now we got a stream marker to tell me that I'm back. Okay. So let's go over what we have so far. We have the main menu. You can tell it's the main menu because we have writing right here that says this is the main menu. We got a button. That button takes us to the actual game, which right now we have this. What is this, you might ask? This is mana. And we should probably take that out because it's that was from a different time, a different era of game making. Alright. Let's create a draw function for the wand parts. So we can do a void draw wand parts. Wand parts. There we go. Well, yeah, that's fine. And then we want to on parts. I don't know if we want to draw it over the mana or under, but parts. Cool. Write that. Put it in the bank. Cash it. Check it. Oh, man. Anyway. Man, I might just start singing on this song. Cheerful, quirky, indie. Pop alt. That's certainly a name for the song. Alright. Let's just draw. What does draw texture rect do? Let's go to cheat sheet. Draw a part of a texture defined by a rectangle. Source position 10. Okay, that's cool. So I can load a texture and get a part of it with that. Which... what does... ooh, you can. Which I might have to do. Draw texture. Like, I don't know what the origin does, though. Right, because there's Draw Texture Pro, which is texture, source, dest, origin, destination, origin, rotation, and color tint. Ooh, Draw Texture End Patch to make it stretch or shrink. Which would be nice. Anyway, let's get the texture up in here. Texture start texture, and then we can do texture. And then we go wow. We update that. We update all of these because let's be honest here. They're all going to need that. I contrast so well with this music. Just the groans and the sound, the constant sounds of disappointment. Versus this uplifting music. This cheerful, quirky indie pop underscore. None of this is going in the game, but like... no. Draw texture pro. Let's see if we can figure this out. So texture is going to be parts texture I peak and then less than just because we've literally listened to that for so long. I can't take it anymore. Anyway. I++. And then do some stuff. Yeah, calm down. Rectangle source. Source is going to be where this is. So like I didn't think this far ahead because it's going to be like 0, 0, width 32, 32. Destination, that's going to be rectangle. I think we're just going to put origin at 0, 0 and see what happens. Oh, it rotates about the origin, don't it? Well, let's try putting this at 0, 0, 32, 32. 16. Oh, you just need a texture 2D. Do I need to change it to a texture? Yeah, I need to change it to a texture. But, wait a minute. This way, I don't need a parts texture, I need a parts rectangle. So, we can just do, but, oof. See, the thing that I just realized. That if we're doing it this way, which is a really good way, right? Really good, really classy, quite cutesy, and very demure. The thing is, this is the perfect music for this. I love what's going on right now. The part/texture thing. This would have to be in a different thing in order for me to, unless I just passed in a texture 2D. Texture 2D. Sprite sheet. Sprite. Dependency injection for the win, guys, for the win. I don't know why I was freaking out so much. These, I don't know. Because I just need a rectangle. But this, I need a texture 2D. And I might want to make it a reference so it's not a copy. So let's just make it a reference. Go over here, make it a reference, dereference it. So that it gets what it wants. Then we undo all that work that we just did with this. And then we change this to a source rect. And then because all of these are going to have the same like texture, we can just do a rectangle. Like it's going to be 32, 0. 32 because we're gonna move it over 32 and then we can just do parts source rect Man, I'm getting so good at programming. That's scary, honestly. I might take over the world with computers. Rectangle, source, rect. That means that I shall take over the world with computers. You'll see, you'll see. Am I an evil villain? I need you guys to be honest with me. Alright, I don't need to say that. Source rect. Which is really just 4 floats, if we're being honest. If we're being honest, I miss you, but I hate you at the same time. Okay, we got that. We also have to go to game.h do that whole texture 2D thing. Go to the cheat sheet just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Spoiler alert, I don't. Texture 2D load char, so wand fire spreadsheet. Here, one byte spreadsheet. We make that a reference to that, so we're not gapping around data. And then we do game one byte spreadsheet equals load texture. And do I gotta do like some OS stuff? I do, and I should. Alright? I should. But, I'm not gonna. There. And that'll work on all Linux computers. Oh yeah, I need to. Okay, this is fine, but eventually we need to put a to-do in here. Oh shit. To do load images from embedded code instead of because this needs to be in WebAssembly at the end of the day. So, gotta write your to-dos. Alright. Cool. I'm not scared, you're scared. Why are you scared? I don't know. Oh, you don't feel scared? Well, you are. And you're scared because of this Draw Texture Pro thing. I don't even know let's just run it, see if it works. It probably won't because I don't know where I am anymore. Do you see that? It's up there. It's up there. Oh my god, it works. It works. It just works. So let's do... destination. Right, this is parts. Position. Oh yeah, we need to turn this into a rectangle still. And then that's mad at me because I need to put eyes in there. Aye aye, Captain. Aye aye, Captain. Do you see its magnificent beauty? We have a mana accumulator. Now what does this do? 0.5F. And where are these print statements? Because they're cluttering up my console like a bad hair day. Don't ask me how that makes sense in any universe. Just makes sense in mine. So we're here, we hit play. I can't see... I don't necessarily know if that's a difference. Okay, we still got a print statement somewhere. I think it's when... So... This is why you don't print here as your debug, because let's be honest, nothing I say or do will stop other programmers from using print statements in order to debug. But at least make it a good one. Like if I said updated activated part. Successfully activated part. Then at least I would know where this thing is. But I don't know. I don't know. Because the limited amount makes me think that it's like right there, here somewhere. Update 1 parts. Nope. Go to whoops. There it is. I was right. I just couldn't see it. Because it wasn't where I was looking. Alright. So. What's that? So at 100, what does this look like? Ah, I couldn't tell what it looked like because it needed to be. It's probably in degrees, if I had to guess. Or, I mean, it could be in radians, but I don't. The reason I think it's in degrees is because I couldn't tell at one. Well, if it's in radians, no. Unless it's multiplied by pi, which that would be weird. That would be weird, but yeah, okay. So I figured it out because I'm a Guinness. And then we just have to like rotate it based on the direction that it is facing, based on like parts direction, right? We got to figure that out, which is probably just like an atan2 function or something. So that's not that hard. We can write it to do just so I don't forget, but that's not what we need to do right now. Change location of sprite based on direction. One part. Cool. Alright, and then just gotta make sure that the game is spawning them based on the position of the part. Yep, okay. The reason why is very important. And if you don't know why it's very important, I don't know what to tell you, man. Okay. Ooh. Let's also just really quick. Can't tell if I sound like I'm constipated when I was doing that or not. I hope I wasn't. And then draw rectangle. Then we're gonna create a rectangle, but this is a special rectangle. It's gonna be parts, position. Actually, is there a way to tell if text to camel? That's weird. This is an interesting. Now, let's at least draw a grid. I think I can draw a grid 2D. Is there not a draw grid 2D? I guess I could just draw a grid 3D, but it only let it do the thing, you know? I just want a grid so it breaks up the plain white T of a background. You know, man, you know. If you know, you know. And if you don't, I guess you don't. I think I just need 32 here. Line thickness, let's just do 2.0. And color red because it's a hitbox, baby. I really could have just copied and pasted that, huh? They really had to do it to me, huh? But I think what's gonna happen is I need to do minus 16, minus 16. That's what I'm predicting is gonna happen. So we got this. Yep. And it looks like that is on the point, yeah. Because that's 16, 16, or whatever. That's 100, 100, or whatever it actually is. And that's at the center, so. And what I'm looking for here is, where do I have to go to get it selected? Now, interesting dilemma. Interesting dilemma. Now the thing is, this is a, yeah, this is where we just got. Okay, I think that's where we started. So I like that. Let's do energetic. Okay, I'm done with this. But so that, yeah. So eventually we're gonna want these colliding with other things, right? So if I, honestly, let's just copy this. If I just do this real quick, change this to be 300. Let's move this to be 64. We load this up, right? It's not drawing because we got a init generator. I do like how that was, I think I called it a transformer, yeah. We should make a converter and a transformer. But anyway. So right, we have this. That should not be. Anyway, so yeah, we have the mana gainer, mana accumulator. It's shooting out, and we want it to hit this thing, but we want it to collide and actually do it. You know, we want it to collide and. Alright, I can get behind this song too. We want it to collide and then we want it to do something else. So I'm going. Oh, it's because it's a 1. I didn't change the. That's what's up. I didn't change the thing. Didn't change the part type. So if I change that to 1, boom, cool. When I activate it, I should probably set it back to. Parts. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yep, and then that looks twice as long. Sweet. We're doing things. I've literally been going for since 7, so about 2.5 hours, 7:20. About 3 hours. And this is how far we've got. Woo. Cube Matchbox 20. How far we've come. Alright, so we're gonna want to have it collide, and I kind of want it to A, collide with other things, and B, collide with other mana. Why? Because then you could have cool things like mana blowing up or canceling each other out, and that would be cool. Right, like a water mana meets a fire mana, and it like changes. You guys could probably come up with some more ideas as well. That's what's up. Alright. I kind of think the mana was synced to the music there for the clapping. Anyway. So how are we gonna get mana? Oh, let's go to the Mon real quick. Because that's -16, -16. But we don't need that anymore. I saw what I needed to see, which was where it needed for the collision, which was half of it. So an update mana we have to send it the parts. We have to send it the one parts. Why, you might ask? Well, I'm so glad you did, because I'm going to tell you. Is because we need to know their position so that they can collide. And we did that. Boom. We just set their speed to 100, but we might want to change that in the future. And then we'll just be like, for and J equals J is less than parts J plus plus. I make a lot of these types of games because one time I made a clockwork game where the different parts tried to interact, but you like use a screwdriver to nail it down and stuff. The only problem with that game is I didn't know how to make it fun, and that was like a 24-hour jam. So if check collision point rec, point is going to be in a position I, and the rect is going to be a rectangle that we do parts position I minus 16. That being said, I might want to change that to like the size, because that way, and that's J, not I. X. Then if a mana, mana also needs a density. That's kind of like an important thing. I guess density and gain. What did I make it as? That should be like a float or a double. Because every frame it should be getting smaller and it should be getting less dense as like mana evacuates off of it. And we could have it exponentially decay. So like the bigger it is, the faster it decays. quote density. Weird that it jumped all the way down there. Alright. Density 9. Length. I should change it to num. Oh, I'm hitting tab. That's what. Fat fingering tab. That's good. Mana. Change this so that it has float. Density. Change this. Now we're gonna have an error in game because it's like, oh my god, they're hereditary me. And we'll just call it like 100. Update mana. What did I do to update mana? It needs parts. That's what it needs. It needs parts. Pay no attention to what I am doing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways. So, mana. Mana needs to hit that. If it does, then it needs to parts. J. I guess mana J plus equals if parts mana type J equals mana type I. Then do this. Density. And then we can change the activation to be because we can do like a condenser where it takes in mana and then it condenses it into a higher density thing. But yeah, we'll keep this at 0 for now. Or minus equals parts mana capacity from. That way you're kind of saving overflow, but like not really, because I do set it here. Or not, well, there as in. Like here, if you're over your mana, then let's set the mana capacity here to be 100. And then let's change this, because this goes off once every second, and if it's 100, then we don't want that. Is there like a get ticks function? Yeah, get elapsed time. So yeah, it doesn't have one, so we're gonna have to do double. Well, current time. Look, there's nothing saying that this can't go off every frame. Right, and then we can just do current time. Game current time plus equals get frame time, and then there. Well, let's see what that does. I think I might run out of particles. Yeah, I run out of particles just like that. So But if I change the collision function to be a little bit more complicated, so mana enabled I equals false. And then if we do mana density I minus equals dt. I mean, I think that might just work quite well. Like, then if mana density I is less than or equal to 0, then mana enabled equals false. And now if I run it, what should happen is that we don't see anything. Yep. Okay. So that's basically what I thought would happen, where it's just hitting it, the thing that. So really, what's gonna have to happen is that create mana is gonna have to be 16 units out, or 8 units out, unless we find a different way, like maybe a lifetime. But where is it? Where's the create mana function? Here it is. Origin plus and what that'll do is just extend it whatever direction it's supposed to be, a little bit outward. But we want to make sure that direction is normalized. So just going to create a math void normalize. Oh, I don't have a Z. Oh, you can get a normal distribution. It's a shame that that doesn't do latex. Or that substituting. Interesting. Okay, well, void eyes. vector 2. Oh wait, no. We just need that, and then we make it that, and then we can do that. Oh. Then we yank, go into include percent. Yeah, let's do my math.h. And then we need to rename this. Got a lot of M. Whoops. Got a lot of M. Why did that not work? There we are. Oh, whoops. Yank. Paste. Just include Raylib and my math. My math is like girl math, but for me. Anyway. Float mag equals x plus times x. Ugh. If I got an electric shock every time I did a typo, I would probably be dead by now. V1. And the hashtag include math. And that is why we call it my math instead of math, because we need square root. There we are. And then Vx equals Vx divided by ag. Vy equals y divided by ag. Cool. Now we just go into here. Right? No. Here. Hashtag include Emma. And then we get vector 2 dir equals or I can just do direction, right? It's not gonna get mad at that. And then normalize dir, because I think it just should copy them. And if you're asking why didn't you do that for them, that's a good question. And to that I say, course is coming up. There. There we are. Now, if we run this, we should get an error. Oh, never mind. Why don't we get an error? And this is why I think we should get an error, is because I didn't include my map yet. I have like 3 pieces. My math, man, oh man. Okay, I have all those now. So we just need to do like 10 or so. And then we make sure. There. And bam. And that still doesn't work. $16. That should work. If it doesn't, we'll just go to 17. No, I lied. Let's just go to 20. Overkill never hurt anyone. Really? That is 16. Never mind. The reason I did 16 before is because I thought it was 8 by 8. There. So we did it. We have a mana beam. Alright. And then we did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Now, if we just change the direction of the wand part. Alright. So let's just say it's not a 1 by 1, it's just straight down. How far does the mana go? Because interesting. Alright, maybe I figured down was a safe bet, but oh, you know what happens? Oh, no, let's just run that. And then we'll... whoops. You are the ocean. Will it ever... Can I resize this? No. I just want to make sure that it resets the position. Also, Gotta just do this real quick. Change that. Paste. Saturday. So that way it should be fine. But yeah, it's putting it back towards, shunting it back towards the origin. So this is probably just not strong enough, or that's way too strong. This is gonna be too strong, but yeah. So we can see 100 frames go by. That's all they can get to. Well, let's do 100 times DT. How about that? Is that somewhere near reasonable? And I'm gonna say no. But like, the point of this is to see that it's working. And interesting. But if we do 10 times, then that should hopefully be, like, it should be 10 times longer than here, yeah. And that's kind of good. That's kind of dope. I think that's good enough. Now if we change this to, I don't need my math anymore, I don't need that. But if we change this back to Win 1, which we need to be able to change it in this thing. We just need a activate function for this. That looks weird. Anyways. I should draw mana slightly differently. That being said, I'm just gonna change this eventually too, but and the reason we're doing that is because we want it centered around the point that it's actually at. And I could tell that it wasn't because of that. And I guess these points are just where the game is running out of mana, as it were, because these things are too close together. And that's fine for now, I guess. So kooky. So let's let's do something like color, mana color equals blue, and then we change this to mana color, and then we're like, oh, if mana type equals 1, then mana color equals red. And then we go over to wand and we say that this just shoots out to the right. And then we go down to here, and then do it cards. Ink, paste, and then just 1 and 1. So let's watch. What bam, bada bing, bada boom. When I walk in, I'm the king of the room. So that, I don't get why we're... let's just... equals 0. So you still get those little jumps, but that's cool. That's cool. That's crazy. And then, we'll have another node over here, let's say. We'll have another node over there, let's say, and that'll feed it, and we'll call it, mana alternator. Well, what do I have it? Mana caster. We'll have it as a caster, and that'll send it into the game mode. Let's call it. And then it'll do X amount of damage. Or Yeah, we'll do like every 6 seconds. Every 6 seconds, the mana caster activates um, in whatever mana density it's at. Like it doesn't have capacity. Um, whatever mana density it's at, um, it fires, and that's the quote unquote strength of the spell. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Um, and then we can have like an enemy. Like if we get this running again. So top half of the screen, that's the wand, right? And then over here is the caster, the tip of the wand, the caster. Down here, we have our little character dude holding the wand, um, like being like, "Oh, please don't kill me, orc." And then it goes off and kills it, and kills the monster that's coming. And maybe what you'll have to do is pick it up, move it, pick it up, move it, and then um, there's like a high, medium, and low caster, and like medium shoots, medium, high shoots like flying enemies, and low shoots like small enemies like goblins and stuff, or worms and wolves and dogs. And that way you could have like a mana splitter that changes, that does 3 different options or something. That would be cool. Or or it's a horizontal thing, kind of more like um, Plants vs Zombies, where you got this, you're still over here, um, still everything, and then zombies are coming, and then you have 3 or 5 lanes, and you have 3 or 5 casters. Same thing, same concept, just 5 lanes instead of 5 lanes where anything can be on them, and it's more like Plants vs Zombies, um, and vert. Yeah. Um, hmm. Still trying to figure out. Still trying to figure out how to cast multiple spells, because right, we have fire mana, and maybe it's just as simple as, oh, fire mana goes in, fire bolt comes out, right? kinetic mana goes in, pushback effect goes out. Like a knockback effect. If you could socket gems into this, that would be cool. So that you can be like, oh, accept blue, accept red. And then it would change from blue to red. Which, I think that's what it should be doing. Oh, nope. Nope. Because, yeah, so I could do that. I could, be like mana type input, mana type output. And the only thing that wouldn't use that necessarily would be the mana accumulator, where it's only the mana type output that it would use. And then it would just output blue mana. Or whatever mana. Could be gray mana or something. But this is really cool. We did a really good job. We've been streaming from 7:20ish to 11. So this was a good first day, I would say. Good first day of work. That being said, haven't quite figured out how you are the weapon. Like, you are physically rearranging the weapon and stuff, but like, are you a bunch of goblins trapped inside this thing that like move the little boxes around, and then like when you drag it up, there's gonna be like a little goblin that follows your mouse? That could be cool. Or are you like a spirit, and then I have like a little ghost hand that acts as your mouse, and you pick up and move. But hey, that's a thing for another time. And the music's out, so alright guys. I guess see you tomorrow. Yeah, good first day. We'll have to work on the different sprites for mana at some point. I mean, like, all of this is mock-up art. Like this and this. Also, kind of thinking, what if you couldn't see it like this? Like, person here. Anyway, I'll brainstorm, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.